Welcome everybody to a look at an Umbrella Entertainment limited edition release. It is standard Blu-ray, but it is a hard box limited edition release. This came out in 2025, so a little bit annoyed that I didn't get around to it at the time because yeah, I've really enjoyed watching this film. Um, but yeah, I did get it on sale, so at least I have saved money regardless. And it is 1979's The Resurrection of the Golden Wolf. So this is directed by Toru Murakawa, who also did the Game trilogy, which Arrow Video released all three films of those in one set, as well as The Beast to Die, which is a Radiance Films release. So his directorial stuff has been, released via several different labels. So this is a crime thriller, clocking in at 131 minutes long. Stars like Yusako Matsuda was also in all four of those directors' other films, as well as Yokohama BJ Blues and Proof of the Man. So again, Yokohama BJ Blues, another Radiance release, and Proof of the Man, a Arrow Video one as well. So and we've also got the likes of Mikio Narita, who was also in 14 other films that I've seen. But more recently, we've looked at a couple of films he was in, as he was in the first two films in the Japanese Godfather trilogy. And finally, we've got the likes of Shinichi Chiba, also known as Sonny Chiba, seen him in 18 other films, and much like Mikio Narita, he was also in the first of the Japanese Godfather films. So, yeah, a seemingly run-of-the-mill corporate salaryman leads a double life as a vicious criminal by night. In a delicious scheme of payback, he seeks to dominate the corporation that employs him by day. So, this is a highly engaging effort, which is principally down to the chameleon-like performance from Matsuda, as he effortlessly swings between these two concurrent lives, and the effective direction as well. The supporting cast is also good. The action scenes are great, with some vehicular destruction and a quarry being a particular highlight. Some decent stunts in there and really well good editing as well on top of that. The pacing is on point. The cinematography is great. The score is excellent. It's very 70s, lots of like horns and such. In fact, one part of the score feels like it's going to suddenly start going into Street Life from I think it was Randy Crawford who did that. So yeah, but on the overall, the score is really excellent. There's a good mix of modern and more classical stuff in there. There is some solid tension, and the production is executed convincingly. So yeah, I highly enjoyed this one. Yeah, you could probably say it's a little bit on the longer side of things, but still gets a really rather solid 4.5 out of 5 from me. Definitely one of my favourite release films I've seen this year. Although unfortunately, because it is an older release, not going to be in for awards contentions, which again is another shame because not only is the film good, but this physical version is absolutely excellent as well. I really like this hard box that it's got going on here. Yes, that Lamborghini Countach does make an appearance in this film, although not in a car chase. Our lead also has another Italian supercar in the form of a Maserati Merak. Not sure if it's the SS version or not, but yeah, that's another nice car that he's got in that. Although personally, I prefer a Bora from Maserati from the same period. Not that I can afford one. And then we've got that on the reverse, which is yeah, some money, which obviously plays a huge role in this film. And then on the side, and yeah, it's really rather nice quality hard box, as you can see, not going to give way anytime soon. We also get a slip cover over the standard case as well. And I really like the comic book kind of vibes this has going for it as well. It's all nicely done. And then that slips out. It's a little bit on the tight side, which does worry me about damaging it and such, but we eventually get to it at some point. And yeah, the case has the original artwork on the cover itself, which can be reversed if you do not wish to have the rather ugly Australian age rating. I don't know why they have to be that big. Surely you can put what is giving it the rating on the back, like other, rating companies do, like in the UK. But luckily, you can't reverse it and get rid of that, which I definitely will be doing. So, yeah, that's nice to see. We also have the film's disc, which again has the original artwork on the disc itself. And we also get a few extras as well physically. We get a poster, which has the new artwork that we see on the slipcover. Personally, I'd have preferred the hardbox artwork, just so I can put the Lamborghini Countach there up on my wall, but The new slipcover artwork is decent enough, and then we get the original poster as well. Nice thick paper there as well. Doesn't feel like it will rip easily. We also get a few art cards as well. So minor spoilers for the film here. There's nothing on the reverse of these, so they're just going to show the front. The film is in colour though, by the way, so yeah, these are just in black and white for artistic sake. Then we get the original poster. And then we get a few art cards as in shots from the film in a mix of colour and not colour in black and white. So yeah, all of these are pretty much of Matsuda. He's not a particularly likable character, by the way. He's not someone that you're really rooting for, but I feel that because the performance is so good that it just manages to keep the film engaging regardless of the character not being particularly likable, which is something that I feel like a lot of modern films these days seem to lose the idea of, is that your lead character doesn't necessarily have to be a likable person as long as the rest of the film is engaging you, and that certainly happens with this. Then we also have a booklet as well, so the resurrection of Golden Wolf, behind the scenes, essays, and art. So inside we have Golden Wolf Wild Legacy by Patrick Macias. So I honestly hadn't heard of this before. Obviously, I have seen several films from the director and the lead cast before, but for whatever reason, this isn't one that popped up on my radar after seeing them in other films or their other films. Then you've also got The Resurrection of the Golden Wolf by Mark Schilling. There is also a kind of a horror undertone to this at times, especially towards the end, and in particular with this shot, which is in the film. It feels like, you know, he's like a kind of horror villain. You're not seeing his face or anything like that. And then we've got Return of the Golden Stills, so several shots from the film. We've got him in the Lamborghini Countach there. And there's the Lamborghini Countach in more vivid view. In like typical outlandish Italian red. So there's a lot of stills there. There's a Countach from the reverse. So him getting that car is a sign of his success in terms of his criminal dealings. And yeah, there's an extended scene with him basically just laughing while driving it around because, you know, he's like, yes, I've truly made it. But quite frankly, the fact he also had a Maserati Merak, as you can see there, is hardly a sign of being unsuccessful because, you know, at the end of the day in Japan, you had all of these taxes and such that were levied against cars that didn't meet certain size requirements or engine sizes and such. So just owning a car like that shows that you're rich. Never mind the fact because you can afford to run it. Never mind the fact you were able to buy it. So yeah, and then we also got Poster Resurrection as well. So we've got a small Japanese version of it there. Imagine they couldn't find any larger version or a higher quality version without ruining the look of it. And then got the package design, which has been done by Colin Murdoch. So he's done the slipcover on either side, as well as the hard box artwork on top of that. Which again, I really wish we had a poster of that hard box artwork, and then just a shot from the film in the reverse of the booklet itself. So yeah, all very nicely done there. And then we've got extras on the disc itself. So we've got an interview with the director himself. We've also got a corporate fantasy and masculine identity in The Resurrection of the Golden Wolf with Robert Edwards, TV spot and trailer. It does have English subtitles, but no English dub for this release. You do have two audio options though. You have 5.1 and 2.0 GTS HD MA Japanese audio. It's in the 1:85:1 aspect ratio, region B only, and in 1080p color. So yeah, the Blu-ray on this looks really, really good. Though quite frankly, obviously this is an Australian release, so I really wouldn't be surprised if the likes of Radiance Films release this in the future at some point, or at least you know, like maybe our video as well. They seem like the two companies that would likely release this film outside of Umbrella Entertainment. So yeah, if you are willing to buy this from Australia and get it shipped all the way over to like the UK, then I'm 90% sure that either of those will probably release it at some point in the future. So yeah, you will have that to look forward to. But whether or not they put in this kind of effort with this hard box and such is another thing entirely. Typically, Radiance Films don't go all out for their single disc releases. Obviously, there's been a few like Daughter of Darkness, Planet of the Vampires, Messiah of Evil, and such. But typically, they save the hard box treatment for their box sets, and single disc releases are just single disc. So yeah, but still, really, really fantastic film. Really, really nice edition. Looks and sounds really good on in terms of the Blu-ray. I really like the 5.1 surround sound as well, especially when it came to the score. And yeah, just overall a really engaging and well executed effort. So if you have seen the Resurrection of the Golden Wolf before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.